Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Knostman here with Calf Kick Sports, and I have the honor of being joined by a very special guest today, Tamerlan Dulatov, making his Octagon debut coming up on February 1st. Thank you so much for joining me. And first of all, how are you doing? How are you feeling? Obviously, it's been a long road. You were supposed to debut a while ago, and now the time is here.
Thank you very much for the invite. I'm very excited and very happy to be here. And like I said, it's my first interview international, so I'm very I appreciate it very much. And yeah, I'm doing good. I feel very ready, and yeah, I'm excited.
That's awesome. So it's been a little while since you've been in the cage. 2021 was your pro debut. You were scheduled to fight for Octagon earlier this past year. Obviously, didn't come true. Talk to me a little bit about the layoff and just how it feels to be finally making that walk, especially in your hometown of Dusseldorf.
Yeah, first of all, it's 2023, my last fight.
Oh,
It's
my
you said 21.
apologies. My apologies.
Yeah, no problem, no problem. So it was 2023, like 1.5 years before. My last fight was like 1 year and 5 months before. And yeah, it's for me a very special feeling. It's not like fighting in Düsseldorf, my hometown. I grew up in Düsseldorf. It's about like it's my hood. Not only Düsseldorf, so my hood where I grow up and where all my friends and my family is living. So it's very special feeling, and I can't describe the emotions about that. So I'm ready. I worked for this like about many years, to stay today here. So last time, like you said, it was because of a back injury. I can't fight. I can't do my debut at Octagon. So now I'm very happy and yeah, excited and ready to fight. It's unbelievable till I go inside in the Octagon.
Absolutely. So many fans are familiar with your brother Islam, and obviously the many things you guys do outside of the cage. You're very successful, obviously, with fighting, but you have a YouTube channel, large following, some modeling, a lot of other pursuits outside of just fighting. How do you keep the balance in such a busy life with doing all these things? And then how much does it mean to have your family alongside you throughout all of these different ventures?
To be honest, it's like about when I start my preparation to fight, it's different. It's not like when I start my preparation to fight, my mindset is only to train, I feel like the main thing is for me to train every morning, every afternoon. So it's for me like every other stuff is second, not first, it's just second thing, That's the way how we can balance this, when I have like not preparation, anything else, then I train one time a day and do my business stuff, then it's like second thing, But when I start, I know, okay, I have to fight at 1st February. So I know, okay, I need like 12 weeks for very good and hard preparation. Everything what's going around their business and whatever, it's like second, So that's the way how we can handle this.
Absolutely. And on that note, your brother Islam is fighting just a couple weeks later, making his UFC debut at UFC Seattle. Obviously going to be a huge month for you guys, the family, I'm sure. How have you been helping each other prepare for your respective fights coming up in February? And how much will it mean for you to both walk out of the month with victories?
We work very hard together because Islam and me, it's not big different. I have like 1-2 pounds more than him, and he's like the same weight like me. So when we work together and like it's training for us, it's like I'm the perfect training partner for him. So everything what I do with him. We spar together, we wrestle together, we grappling together, we go strength trainings together. So have the same high, and we have the same weight. So I'm the perfect training partner for him, and he almost for me like the same. So this month is one of the most important. Is the most important work in our whole sport history. In our whole sport. How to say it?
Career.
It's yes the biggest step in our sport career. So when I win my fight, in Octagon, and I'm very sure that I'm gonna win. It's not I just won the half. It's like for me it's not done. First of all, Islam have to win. Then I feel like okay, now it's done. I can't breathe till Islam's fight is over and he won. Because when I win, it's for me like okay, I'm not excited about that. But when brother win, it's like for me then it's okay, it's finished.
Yes,
So
100%. I totally relate to that. So aside from just your brother on this card for Octagon, you have many UFD gym teammates being represented. Kareem Engizek, you have Lom Ali Eskiev, who I've heard you have a very special friendship with and has helped you a lot.
of course.
What does it mean for you to have those people by your side fighting on the same card as you, especially from your gym in your home city?
To be honest, it's for me like Kerem, Jihad, Lom Ali, all these guys are very close friends of me, you know. So it's
Hmm.
for me like the whole card is Düsseldorf, you understand? So
Hmm.
it's for me very special because these names was like when I was very young and didn't know what's MMA, you know. Kerem and Lom Ali was on this time fighting, and I was growing, looking up to them and say like, hey, one day I also want to fight. You know, it's not about all the big names in sport, Habib and everything. I didn't know who is Habib 2016. You know, like
Hmm.
for me it was like the people around me. You know, Kerem, Lom Ali, and all these guys was for me like very special. You know, to look up to them, and so it's for me very special feeling to fight on same card like them. I'm very happy, and yeah, I hope we're gonna go all out together as the winners. And yeah, we also train together. You know, we make the preparation also together. We go to
Hmm.
spar together and everything else. So I'm yeah, I look forward that we're gonna make all take all the victory to home. Yeah.
I have no doubt about it. So, on that note, obviously you moved to Germany at a very young age. You know, you've grown up there and seen everything develop. How big has the sport of MMA grown in the last few years, especially since you've been fighting and training? And what's it been like to see that transformation happen?
It's completely different. It's not the sport how I started. You know,
Hmm.
I don't joke. It's crazy. You know, every 18 years, 16 years old guy can wrestle, can strike, can grapple. It's not. You know, I have to be honest. I swear, when I was like fighting professional 2010, I will be in UFC 2011, 12.
Hmm.
To be honest, you know,
Yeah,
at
yeah.
this time there was good fighters, there was hard fighters, you know, but it's what not nothing was special, you know.
Hmm.
Every week, every month, you see new technique, you know, new technique, and you see like how fast, like the young, you know, the young generation growing up, you know. I spar with some guys, they are 18, 19 years old, they have like 30 amateur fights, you know, and purple belt and whatever, you know, like it's not the same sport like we started, you know. When we start MMA, it was like, okay, ooh, MMA is dangerous. You know, fighting in octagon, it's different. It's hard. You know, it's not the normal sport. You know, now everybody is fighting. They are talking about to bring MMA to Olympia. You know, it's
Hmm.
now very different. And most of our friends and everybody who was boxing start with MMA. You know, like everybody
Hmm.
is changing the sport to MMA because MMA is, like you said, in Germany growing up very fast. And now with octagon, in the last years, I think it's like the top sport in Germany. You know, like about fighting.
Yeah, 100%. Um, you yourself had an extensive boxing career, correct? You had
Yeah,
at
of course,
least
of course, of course. I
15
start
fights.
amateur boxing. Yes.
Yeah. So, what was it for you that made that wanted you to make that transition from boxing to MMA? Obviously, you said a lot of people are making that switch now in Germany, especially. What was it for you that made you want to go to the cage from the ring?
You know, to be honest, don't want to talk too much about that, but I
Hmm.
switched from boxing to MMA because there was a time where I was very much on the streets. You know, we fight
Yeah.
very much on the streets and everything else, make big mistakes and big problems. So no one of boxing gyms want us. You know, they tell me
Okay.
like, hey, you have talent, but you are not the right person for that. You know, we go to streets, we have their problems, and then we go just to MMA gym, and the coach say like, hey, you want to train, you want to be hard, so come to trainings, you know. And then
Hmm.
we have, okay, like it was not like in boxing, you know, we have very much respect of the sport. Then we like you make small step inside, and when you know, it's I'm the I think we are the first Chechen family like who coming from boxing, you know, not from
Hmm.
wrestling, you know. So
Yeah.
it's like very different for us. I get my first takedown and I fall down. I was like, hey, it's not for me, you know, the sport. But after some few training sessions, I feel like, okay, I think it's not a lie that they say that we have it in blood, you know? Like,
Mhm.
I make my first takedown defense and then I start to wrestle by myself and I think, okay, it's not so hard how I think, you know? And then after some moments for me was boxing like a lady sport, you know? After I go to
Mhm.
MMA, it was like, hey, MMA is the real man shit, you know? Like, I need to go to MMA, I need to be hard here and everything else. Then it was boxing for me was like soft, you know? Boxing was like, okay, boxing is easy and nothing special, you know? So,
Mhm.
yeah, that was our way.
Yeah. Absolutely. Well, I mean, obviously, MMA is the sport for combat sports athletes these days. You see so
Of
many
course.
people making that switch now. So, I'd like to ask you where the most wanted nickname came from.
That short but long story, but a short answer.
Mhm.
It's about I was many times in my young life. I was in jail, you know,
Mhm.
so they was searching me everywhere, you know.
Mhm.
So because of that, one friend of me tell me like, hey, you are not Tamerlan Dulatov, you are not like this the normal Chechen name for fighting. Everybody's like Bors or Monster or anything else. He say like, your fighting name have to be like most wanted, you know, you are the most wanted guy. So that's the reason how I became the name. So it's about always jumping and running from police. So most wanted.
I like it. It's very good. So the welterweight division in Octagon is shaping up to be very interesting right now. We've got a headliner coming up with Kozma and Pukac, a lot of good fighters, you know, making their way through the division. If you get a win this next week, which I believe you will, do you have your eyes on anybody potentially coming up? Anybody you'd like to, you know, face in the future, or are you kind of just ready for whoever?
You know, to be honest, look, you read many things, maybe anything about me. So I have a 1-0, you know, so I'm 1-0.
Yeah.
I don't want
Yes.
to talk too much. I was today in a podcast with my brother. I tell him like, hey, when I have like 5-6 fights, I trust myself. I don't want to talk too much and you know, to hype me. But I say like, when I have 5 or 6 professional fights, you know, let me just come inside to this octagon and show what I have, what I can. I'm sure that I can fight with everybody. When I have 5, 6, 7 fights, I'm like, with my skills, I am now ready to fight, you know. But I know I'm not that dumb that I say like I can fight with everybody, because the experience in this sport are everything, you know. You know, there are some guys, I will beat them up in sparrings, but they will maybe win a fight against me because they have so much experience. I don't have this experience, and I have to respect this. And I respect everybody who have this experience. But I'm not at the position to say like I want to fight him or to fight him. I will fight, I will prove, and then everybody will like. I know the guys gonna call me out, you know, so they will see what I can, and after my fight, I'm very sure that the guys gonna call me out. Not I have to call them out, because I'm not at that position, you know. I don't want to talk like too much and say I want him, I want him. I don't prove anything till now. It's a big hype, yeah, and everybody who trains with me knows I'm strong. You know, it's not a lie, but it's about, you can be the strongest guy in the gym. You have to prove, you know, you have to prove in fight, and you have to like to show some level, you know. And that's my opinion about that. I'm gonna fight, make this fight, and I hope next time Octagon will start search an opponent for me long time before. So this guy came like 2 weeks short notice, you know, like that's you know. And after this fight, I have some names in my head. You know, it's not the big names, nobody else. So you have 3-1, one guy have like 4-2 or anything else. But next steps are like, okay, we go slowly up. You know, let me do two or three fights, then we make an interview again, and then I will drop some very big names.
Absolutely. Well, I respect that a lot, because so many fighters want to, you know, talk so much and get
Of
their
course,
name out there with the words. But for you, it's, I want to prove it in the cage. I want to show my
of
skill,
course,
show my level, and then make that step. So I really respect that
of course.
that
I
mentality.
respect also everybody who's fighting, you know, so I don't
Yeah.
can just drop names and talk like, and you know, I don't prove nothing, and
Yeah.
I'm honest with that. You know, I have a big hype. My brother have a big hype, and I know many people talk like it's all about his brother. It's okay. It's okay. It's no problem. It's okay. Till now, it's okay. You know, I will
Yeah.
fight, then they will talk again. I will fight, then we'll
Yes.
talk again. But soon they will understand. You know, they will understand that's not about my brother. You know, I'm gonna make my own name, and then we're gonna talk again.
Absolutely. So on that note, how many times would you like to fight this year? What would be the like ideal number for you in 2025?
To be honest, is for me 3 fights gonna be perfect. Three fights, 3 good fights, because I am now in shape of my life. In my whole
Yep.
life, in my whole career, I never was in this shape. Like on condition level, on skill level, on like which kind of trainings I make. It's crazy, you know. I'm different guy like months ago, you know. So I hope when everything gonna going well without some injuries, like 3 fights gonna be good and realistic, you know. Maybe more, no, but realistic are 3. This fight and 2 more. We'll see.
Absolutely. That's a good goal. Well, last but not least, do you have any sponsors, teammates, coaches, anybody you'd like to shout out ahead of your fight at Octagon 66 coming up?
Of course, I have many sponsors, and I would love to thank them all, and to all the people around. Not about sponsors, not about just all people who support me. Thank you very much, and all people who hate me. Thank you also. All people who like you and share this interview and give some love to you. because you are also wasting your time, not wasting, like, but you take
Yeah,
your time to make this interview,
absolutely.
to make this sport bigger. Thank you very much for your time. I want to thank all my sponsors: Beer Group, Ural Kaya, Specht GmbH, FDK, Ring Life Edmond, and all of my sponsors. Glanz, thank you very much for your sponsoring. And yeah, it was an honor for me to make an interview with you. Thank you very much. And yeah, that's it.
Thank you so much. Well, everybody, make sure to tune in February 1st, Octagon 66, to watch Tamerlan Dulatov make his promotional debut. DAZN, Octagon TV, it's going to be absolutely massive. Thank you so much, and have a good one, man. Best of luck.
Thank you very much.